Okay, back around to the MLB playoffs. So, wild card round,
Boring.
Pretty boring. All sweeps. Texas over Tampa Bay. Minnesota defeated Toronto. Diamondbacks over the Brewers, and the Phillies beat the Marlins. All in 2 games.
Kind of lame, but
it feels like the 3-game series sets up for that instant drama almost. Mm-hmm. Like you just know, like if you get 2 of them, that's great. Mm-hmm. You know, because that's what the old wild card round was all about. You got the 1-game playoff. Yeah. It's just instantly Game 7 energy.
Yeah, it's like NFL playoffs energy.
Right.
1 game, you move on.
Yep. Didn't get that this round, but that's all right.
But do you still like the 3-game wild card thing, or did you like it when it was just 1?
There's some flaws to the whole playoff system as of right now because the teams that get a bye have so many days off between the end of the regular season. Okay. So that definitely kind of throws things off for them. But I like the idea of more. I mean, I think more playoffs is more fun, personally. I know the NBA playoffs have this thing where they just drag on, the stigma where they drag on. Yeah. But, I mean, who doesn't love the playoffs? That's what everybody waits for.
That's why I'm always surprised that the division series is 5 games.
Instead of more?
Or instead of 7.
Instead of 7,
like I said, instead of best of 7.
Yeah. I'd almost rather they do 7-game series for that and do less of a wild card round.
Like do just a 1-game wild card and do 7 for...
Yeah. They do need to figure out maybe the divisional alignment too to tweak that, but I don't know. It's because it's hard having a division winner be put in a position where they only get one game to move on. But that's an argument for another day. So we are in the divisional round now. The Rangers have already moved on. They swept the Orioles 3 games straight.
Baltimore had a fantastic season, and boom, snap a finger, it's done.
Done. Yep.
But, if you're an Orioles fan, you have to be bummed out a little bit. You're like, man, we had this dream season essentially,
right?
And we didn't even get to win a game in the playoffs. The Orioles won as many playoff games this year than the Giants did.
That's
Put that in perspective.
Yeah, and they wear the same colors.
Bad omen, you tell me.
Right.
But shout out to Bruce Bochy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bruce Bochy, our man, looks like he's going to play Dusty Baker in the championship round.
If things hold true, still 3-2 Astros in the 8th or 9th rather.
Battle of Texas, possibly. It's not over. Twins still have their chance. They did win a game. Carlos Correa had a hell of a game, and he's had a hell of a playoffs. Yeah. Sorry, Giants fans. It just hurts even more.
I mean, he was terrible during the regular season, so we can let that.
The combination of Bochy moving on and Carlos Correa having a good playoff. Ouch.
I know, right?
It's not good to be a Giants fan right now.
The thing with the Orioles, though, it's like they're a young team. They haven't made the playoffs in a long time. No one expected them to win 100 games like they did. So I think
they're ahead of schedule.
This is a building block season. Still, I think you gotta get that experience. They also, not that it really affected the outcomes of most of these games, but their star closer had to miss this series. So they'll be back, I think, and they got a good young core, so I'm not worried about them too much.
Texas, 21 runs in the 3 games.
Yeah, their offense was firing on all cylinders. I think that's why they went out and paid Marcus Semien and Corey Seager over the last couple of years.
Speaking of the Astros again, yes, they lead the Twins 2-1 in the series. Game 4 is on right now. I think it was 3-2.
It's going to the bottom of the 9th. It looks like 3-2.
Houston won yesterday, 9-1. No. And like I was saying to you earlier, it just seems like year after year, playoff after playoff series, you just see the Astros. They're just there.
They're fucking lingerers, man.
They don't go away. They don't go away. They're like inevitable. It's kind of like how the Dodgers are. Yeah, they're down 0-2 to the Diamondbacks right now, but you turn on the MLB playoffs of Dodgers. Oh, they're in it.
Oh, so surprise!
just who they are. It's what they do. They go to the playoffs.
Over in the National League, the Phillies they had a big time win today, 10-2 over the Braves.
Huge.
Used a 6-run third inning to fuel that W. They lead the series now 2-1.
I am all of a sudden not feeling very good about my Braves World Series pick.
Yeah, I mean the Braves have the team to do it. They can win 2 in a row. It's not insurmountable comeback, but that was a surprising loss today. And the Phillies they have kind of a team built for the playoffs. They got the power, they got the pitching, the starting pitching mostly. So it's been, and these teams know each other so well from playing all the time in the regular season. So I think it's a fun matchup. One that saw the Phillies beat the Braves last year too. So
yeah, maybe they own them. Maybe it's just
maybe so.
They're in their head a little bit.
And the city of I don't. Citizens Bank Ballpark, I think is what it's called. That place is live in the playoffs. It's unreal.
Well, it's Philly.
It's Philly.
Philly fans in general, like
they're dedicated. You got to give it to them.
Yeah,
they're probably annoying. I don't know many Philly fans, but
I know one.
Yeah,
one that I know personally, and
not your favorite.
He's kind of annoying when it comes to the Eagles, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what he's there for.
Yeah. And then, last but not least, we got Dodgers Diamondbacks on right now. D-backs up 2-0 in the series. Kind of a surprise, but
hey, take it.
This is kind of partially why I feel like there's a flaw, because not gonna make too many excuses for the Dodgers, but they take 4 or 5 days off before playing a playoff game. Yeah. After the Diamondbacks got to play a couple, get that energy going.
Get the juice going.
Right. I think that can be tough.
I think rust is a thing. Rest is good, but rust is definitely a thing.
I think in baseball it's probably the most, because you're so used to playing literally every single day. Mm-hmm. Like in basketball, you get days off here and there, sometimes even 3 in a row. No. You don't get that in baseball ever.
Poor Clayton Kershaw. Oh. And I do kind of mean this genuinely. Yeah. I know we're Giants fans and we don't like the Dodgers and all that. But Clayton Kershaw, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. But the dude in the playoffs, for the most part, he's had a couple good games here and there. He just seems to get shelled.
Yeah.
Any game he pitches in the playoffs.
The trend is unreal.
How come every year I see a picture of Clayton Kershaw with his hands on his knees when he's pitching? It's almost guaranteed.
He needs to find a different way to sulk.
Yeah, because you could make like a 10-page book.
Oh my God.
Of him on his knees.
Yeah.
It's almost every year.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
It's insane. No, yeah. Pretty much. It probably even happened in the season that they won the World Series.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I think there was. I can't remember, but I'm sure it happened once.
Yeah, had to. He just, it is inevitable almost.
And this, I would imagine as a Dodger fan, this situation, if they were to lose a series, and it kind of looks like it might happen, they could come back. They have the power for it. I'm not going to say it's over.
Yeah.
But as a Dodger fan, you're probably thinking, man, no one thinks we're seriously contenders, because the only year that we won the whole thing was the 60-game season.
It feels like they look like fool's gold every time playoff season comes around. It's unbelievable how it's happened, but yeah, man. I don't even know what you do. Like as a general manager, you're like, I just put this unbelievable team together year after year, and they continue to fail in the playoffs. But
there's only so much you can do. To me, it's like being a Dodger fan, excluding the 2020 season, is like being a Cowboys fan. The regular season, you kick ass, and you go to the playoffs and you shit the bed. Yeah. That's pretty much what it's like. It's like, Dodger fans, I know your pain.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's fucking wild.
With that being said, they can still eat shit.
Yeah.
So,
no doubt.
Rest in piss if you lose this series.
Right. Well, I got to give it to Lance Lynn tonight, too, the Dodgers starting pitcher. He's already gone as far as both Kershaw and Bobby Miller did combined in the first 2 games of this series.
You're a Dodger fan. You got something going right now.
Got something going. And this was supposed to be the worst pitching matchup of the series to this point. Hasn't looked that way so far. So, yeah, who do you like as far as going all the way at this point? Still got to think the Astros look pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm. At this point,
Astros are 2 outs away, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's hard to count the Astros out. I do like what the Rangers are doing. They haven't lost a game. They're 5-0 in the playoffs so far.
Yeah, they're cruising. I think the Rangers could give the Astros a real run in the championship series.
I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
The Phillies kind of feel like they're playing with house money right now too, and coming off of, it's almost like it's their revenge tour from last year. Like, man, we made it to the World Series, didn't win it, and now it's kind of like, okay, we're really gonna.
I think the Phillies have a real case to actually be the favorite right now, especially since they're playing, arguably the best team in baseball right now.
So to answer your question, Phillies 1, I'll say Rangers 2, like 2A, 2B, or Rangers and Astros.
Yeah, and then everybody else after that.
Diamondbacks, they might beat a really good Dodger team, but I just don't know. I got to see a little more, I guess.
Yeah, and
which might sound a little silly.
Yeah, 7-game series are much different than 5-game series, though. I think there's a different test there. Pitching gets tested a lot more. So, yeah, championship round should be fun.
By this time next week, it'll be championship round, right?
Yeah. I think once we get closer to the World Series, we'll recap our predictions.
Okay.
Yeah. So, since I know we kind of forgot to do that.
I totally. I think I came up with the idea and I forgot my notes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, honestly, it would have been a fucking 2-hour long episode if we did that.
There we go. So it was all good.
Yeah.
All good.